Hello. Um, I'm gonna play some more chess. Some crazy house chess. Alright, we're live. So, this is my second time streaming. We'll see how this one goes. Just gonna play some crazy house chess for a while. So I went to my dentist and I was like, I think I need an onlay to make my bite better, because that's what my orthodontist said. And he looked at my teeth and he was like, we could do that. But why don't we just wait? Why don't we just not do that and see what happens? Maybe it'll get better. I was like, all right, sounds good to me. But I just can't believe that he didn't want to sell me the product. Like, he could get money. I was like, can I give you money? And he didn't try to. I mean, obviously that's good, because he should tell me whether I actually need the treatment. But kind of made me, maybe he's kind of made me think, kind of made me want it more. Like, maybe he's holding out on me. Maybe that was his plan. Alright, what do we have here? So I'm going to take this, but then he's going to be threatening checkmate. I can take this. That's probably fine. They do often do this thing where they push their pawn. And it always looks weird to me, but it always works. So that's weird. Like, I don't get why it works, but it does seem to disrupt my king safety by a lot. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, here, pawn, here, knight, rook, queen. I think I'd rather him not have a pawn on h7 in that case. Not sure. Alright, so we can put a rook here. That's actually pretty strong, because I can disrupt his cat. Yeah, I mean, that's gotta be good. Does he have threats? Well, he's threatening like a rook coming down. It's like rook here, queen takes, king takes, queen at e8. And now he's checking me, and now it's not dire by any means, I wouldn't say. Alright, well, what do I actually have here? Rook here, king here, bishop here, pawn. I can just move my knight up after that sequence, and then have more defense on the back rank. I could try to get away with just bishop here now and kind of threatening stuff. I do also have knight here, check, king here, I assume. Rook check, king here. Knight here, king here. Okay, we gotta go. This could work. This isn't bad, right? Might go pawn here. It's nice to get tempos. Like if you need to defend or attack, you drop a piece. Now you start covering more squares, get some defense, and also you get a tempo maybe on your opponent. Yeah. Now we have lots of options. I guess he's just going to go pawn there. This is always a nice theme where you have like a bishop, then there's a blocker, but then the knight kind of puts a lot of pressure on everything. Okay, check. And now what do? We do have this pin. We can also just sack a rook. That's always good. How about there? I could also have just gone pawn at h2, threatening this. Then he could have... I assume he'll take, and then I'll go knight here and pick up this pawn. There might be something more like aggressive or fast, but this is super safe. He's not really getting safe immediately anyway, and I'm just clearing up any of this pressure, and I'm getting another pawn, so that's good. And like I can develop... There is still danger here because, yeah, you can go pawn here and he's threatening rook here and then... Oh, that's actually mate because the queen. Wow. That's bad. I was not paying attention. Hope I don't get checkmated. Maybe... I need to clear this up. We have check for fun if we need. So I'm just going to get these pawns out of the way. Do I give him a knight or a bishop? Neither. Haha. Free bishop. And maybe get another tempo even. So right now I have this. Bishop here is check and threatens to take this pawn. Of course, we have this vulnerable square where if he gets a pawn or something, but he does not have any pawns. And I have plenty of defense on that square anyway. And now we're just going to clear all this up. I might have mate. Well, we can do this anyway. Start getting big pressure. We can just put a whole bunch of pieces down. Ooh, you shouldn't have done that. Do I have mate? So if he had gone here instead first, my only check was rook here, which is still losing. He's still losing, obviously, but this might be mate immediately, or not. I don't know. Whatever. So I think we have forced mate here. game. This is probably not good. It makes this square very weak. But it's fun to do different things at different times. Okay, so we can cut the bishop off, get our bishop out. And I don't know, get a little bit of central control. Whoa. Oh my god. Here? Okay. Wow. Alright. What's happening? I just want to do this. That's all I want in life. Is knight to d5. So this should make you nervous, having even a little bit of air around your king. We're pretty fine right now because, queen's a good defensive piece. Yeah. So I'm going to go here in order to defend this and put pressure on his knight. Okay. Ooh, if I go here, then this works. Okay, let's just do this. Now, he's got this square, so he might pressure my knight with a bishop drop or a bishop drop here, yeah. Okay. What will I do? Queen sack? Sure. For the crowd. That's a Jan Lee queen sacrifice right there. John Lee? Jan Lee? So my position's kind of bad. My king's safety is not terrible, not great. Like, he's not immediately crashing through, but if he gets a knight, the knight can come down and check the king, and he has a queen in hand, so... Yeah, that was a good move, I guess. Here? 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 Basically what I'm worried about is queen takes, g2, king takes, and then somehow attacking me. But it might not actually kill me immediately, like, takes, and then all he has in hand is a pawn and a queen. So we can drop a pawn here, and pull my king out, but then what's the follow-up? And he can go queen here, I block, takes. Alright, let's see what happens. This might be a bad decision, but you only live twice, as they say. Don't forget to sign up for cryonics, kids. Okay, bishop takes rook. We should have a devastating attack somehow. So where are his squares? like he can come here, here, here. So rook check, king here. Or here, there. Okay, we gotta go. Oh, that was probably a mistake. That was a mistake. He's made it now. Because he can't block, because, I mean, he has to block, but it's checkmate. Ooh, yeah, I should have, probably should have gone h6 when I had the chance. Now I can't really do that. Okay, we're going to just have to keep developing, but it's a bit of trouble here. Do I do this? Then here, here, here. Huh. I feel I should have some way of making this be okay. I don't really see it, though. Maybe takes, takes, knight takes, queen takes, and then knight here? That doesn't make sense. So I want to get some... Possibly I should have dropped a knight here with check. Just disrupted his ability to castle, even though I would be sacrificing a knight, basically. So this is a nice little motif where the pawn puts pressure, and then if he takes, then we clear this space, and now we can get a fork. Ooh. That might be a mistake, because it gives me a chance to get even more of a foothold here. I don't immediately see a plan to crash through. I can just pick up some pawns. I could bring my queen here and then here, or if he drops a knight, then whatever. Oh, I could have gone queen check and then traded, and then I would at least have a knight. I could just... Alright, for the crowd. This might actually just be winning on the spot? I'm not sure. Actually, this might be really dangerous for me. Let's see. Okay, I think this should be good, because he's going to come here, and then we go... Ooh, okay, here's a nice finish. Queen here. And then checkmate. This is a nice smothered mate idea. Let's analyze that. Just because I got pretty lost in the beginning. Oh, the computer thinks this is perfectly fine. Interesting. I considered this briefly, but bishop takes, queen takes, knight takes, and then queen just moves. What's the big idea? I guess you get this. So queen maybe comes back. Anyway. And then we're fine. Yeah. Okay. Good game. Alright, we got a 2300. That's a much bigger rating than my rating. Not good. What the oh my god. Really? That's a surprising decision. I don't really want to let him sacrifice his queen. He wants to sacrifice his queen, but I don't want him to sacrifice his queen. Okay. If he really wants to sack, he can do so. I'm fine with that one. Should get developed. Ooh, we should put a bishop here. Yum, 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 yum. This is a weakness, so we can drop a knight here, potentially. This is also a bit of a weakness. Okay. Okay, so he's got pawn coming here. I'm not actually sure what to do about that. Not sure what to do at all. There's note we're playing without an increment, which is not the correct way to play Crazyhouse chess. So we better move fast. Does bishop here do anything? Like queen comes back and then that doesn't do anything. Ooh, I can make him expend a pawn. Just kidding. I had some point, but now I don't know what the point was. Maybe that was pointless. Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna put this here. I could sack. It's probably not great. But I also have a bishop to here threat. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, and then we go here. This is very, very annoying. So I'm going to go here. Now my bishop is attacking this knight. At some point I can go here. Right. Shoot. Oh, that's bad. Oh. This is mate. Terrible. Whoa! What? My goodness. Do I sack it or take the rook? Probably I take the rook. What? Can't I just... Okay. I need to develop. So he's got pawn here, sort of a threat. Oh, he's also just threatening my knight, but okay. What? He's doing a lot of weird things I didn't expect. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't see that. In the words of the great Jan Lee, that was pretty poor. So don't have any hope. But if I did have hope, what would that hope be? It's hopeless. So now this is mate. Go here. That didn't make sense. Whatever. I was lost anyway. Queen here, king here, rook check, king here, knight check. Okay. Good game. Wait, what was the point of this? Alright, I think I like going here and with the intention of sack. Okay. Could go here now. So here takes, takes. Alright, let's see what happens. Make it a little slightly wild. Slightly more wild. He can take my queen now. But I'm wanting to... Yeah, he didn't even do it. Now we go here. And now if he takes, we can pick up that knight. With queen here. Wow, he didn't even take my queen. Okay. Is he going to take my rook? No. That would be a bridge too far. Ooh. That's what we call lucky. Ooh. That's what we call unlucky. All right. Okay. Let's go for it. Oh, this is bad. He can just run. Okay. Well, how about here? And then here? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then... No, this is not... This isn't good. Ugh, that's busted. Nice. Gotta try something else. I don't know if he meant to give up his knight like that. Still terrible for me. But... Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I think this is fine. Right? Can't I just do this and take this pawn? Alright, we gotta play fast because... Ooh, we might sack? No. I think we should be winning. Wow. That's a nice move. Okay. Knight check. If here, we got a smothered mate. If takes, then we go... okay. Okay. How about pawn here? Take. Wait. Oh, knight here. Why am I not seeing the attack? There's some sort of way to attack strongly. Come on, where is it? There we go. Okay, bye. $30. Come on. Come on, man. Why am I playing 30 seconds? Who decided to play this? Always play h6. Always play at 8, pawn at h6. It's so good. It doesn't even matter what you do next. It's just so good. So we're going to drop a knight here or something. It doesn't matter. I guess here. All right, maybe it does matter what you do. Oh no. All right, we have mate on h8. Good one. I want to be able to commentate, so I want increment. So this is a nice structure. I probably played a weird order, but this is pretty solid. And I like to go d6. I don't know why it helps, but it seems to help. I think it's that it is protecting the e5 square. So we're just developing. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure down the e file. I'd like to see that I like it. Castling queenside is probably bad for him, but I think I don't know how to play against it well. And I'd like to see the kingside castle because, you know, I know how to attack the kingside. This h3 move is always good. Now, how do we proceed? I would consider sacking here, and I'll do it. Now, the idea here is the reason to do this in this situation, or one reason is to clear a defender for the f3 square. Previously, the bishop was defending the f3 square. Now it's not. And this is just terrible. Like, the king being on f3 is a complete disaster. Even though the opponent's way up material, like if you count up the material, we're basically even, except my opponent is up a rook. A whole clean rook. And of course, in Crazyhouse, that means it's like a vote. It's like voting. You know, like if someone goes from voting for your party to the other party, you lose their vote for your party, and the other party gets their vote. So it's like 2 votes for the price of 1. If you know what I mean. And here in Crazyhouse, it's the same thing. I think we're mating. In Crazyhouse, it's the same thing because if you lose a piece, whoa! Oh, I just thought it was checkmate, but it's not checkmate. There's a whole more part of the game. What do I do? Well, I wasn't expecting this. Anyway, my point was, my opponent is up a rook, a whole rook, which is kind of like being up two rooks. But in Crazyhouse, material doesn't matter that much. So he may as well be up 0 rooks. That was my point. What do I do here? My plan is just to, if bishop takes, then... Ooh, I lost my queen. Whoopsie. It's alright. Probably shouldn't take this with the queen, because pawn's coming here. What was I yapping on about? My point was that getting the opponent's king all exposed is worth more than a rook, if you're paying attention to the game and not yapping. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is put a bishop here, and then the king will move to this file, and then we're going to put a rook here. And that looks good. I got 2 knights. That's all I have. So I'm in trouble, but I'm going to pick up a pawn. The king is completely exposed. My king is super safe. Except, okay. Now here's the question. He's going to go here. Do I want to do knight check? Or do I want to take this? Because knight check, king comes here or here, and I don't think I can take this. Wow, maybe he was afraid of that. He shouldn't have done that. He should have, it's fine. This would have been fine for him. Okay, maybe this is fine too. That's a good point. I'm just taking this one, so I'm also giving myself the option to take a rook. It's always nice to have a variety of pieces when attacking, so you can get different kinds of angles onto the king. Do I want to start dropping things? What should I do? I think I want to go knight here, and this has got a really nasty threat of knight at dropping a knight from my hand to g5, and then he basically has to take. So I didn't want to take this because then bishop takes and then he would have an escape score. Wow, he didn't take it with the queen. Okay. Interesting choice. I mean, it's not losing immediately, but the king is so exposed, and I've got all these pieces around. Let's see. So this is covered, this is covered, this is covered, this is covered. And, well, let's figure out what we're doing next. The issue, I guess, is basically just that he's escaping this way. So what do I actually have? Threatening this. That's his idea, I think. It's actually, it is not necessarily bad if he takes here, because then I get bishop at h5 and pick up a queen. I'm thinking about pawn here. The problem is it's not defended, so when the king comes here, he can pick it up. So that doesn't really work. Go pawn here. How do I... Not sure what to do. This knight's kind of trapped. That's not good. Guess I'm expecting him to move his queen. Or block, okay, right. I just need to... Okay. He cannot take because this is mate. Ah. Wait a minute. What do I... And you'll notice that, like, as I'm attacking, we're trading pieces. I don't know if I've even won material, but it doesn't matter if I've won material. I probably lost. I guess probably haven't won material, but we keep trading. I keep getting pieces in hand. I keep dropping pieces with check, and I keep dropping pieces with check, or I keep taking pieces, and then he takes back. You often can't stop check by dropping a piece. You can never take a piece by dropping a piece. So if he's stopping check and taking back when I've taken, he's not dropping pieces. Oops, this was a mistake. He's not getting more pieces on the board. And the whole time I keep, I keep taking more pieces because we're trading. And that means that his pieces keep running out. So you see he has no pieces on the board. He has a ton of pieces in his hand. So if I don't mate him, I could be in trouble. So here, takes, here. Oh, I don't like that. I'm just going to take this. So if he gets several moves and can start wearing away my king safety, then I'll be in big trouble because he has a ton of pieces, so he can attack. But I'm not going to give him moves. I'm just going to checkmate him. And so that's the dynamic sometimes in Crazyhouse, where an attack is self-sustaining. And if you find yourself with an exposed king and you're always trying to parry my thrusts, you can't get out of it. So my guess is he's going to try the castle queenside, which I find annoying. If you want to play against me, castle queenside. Well, that's not castling queenside. So I'm kind of threatening bishop takes, pawn takes, knight here, check, and then the king, and then he won't be able to castle. However, this knight is kind of trapped, so I would kind of want to dislodge this knight first, if possible. Okay. Now, before I couldn't really do this because knight at c2 would come, but now I can do it. So now I'm kind of threatening some things. This is very precarious, but yeah, he might take that bishop. So he doesn't have a knight right now. So there's no knight coming to f3 immediately. I might be able to get away with taking this. Takes, queen takes, bishop here, king here. Let's see. I can also go queen here, then bishop here. How do I get in here? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can attack immediately, but maybe knight, pawn to d4, or I could try to just develop. That might be more prudent. Or I could lock things up and then try to not lose a knight. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what to do. He's got a lot of bishops. I don't think I can take this because bishop here. Here. If he sacks a bunch of bishops. Alright, let's just lock it up. This is a weird position. I guess he's going to go bishop here. I have a sneaky little check here. I don't see... The thing is, I feel kind of safe-ish. Like, I don't see how he attacks immediately. So bishop here. I could go pawn here. Or I could just take this pawn. One annoying thing that might start happening is he might start putting pawns on d2. I also need to make sure my queen doesn't get trapped, but I think we have squares. Interesting. That's a strange decision. Like, he's going to sack here, but I feel like this is dangerous. I don't actually have to take that. Probably should. Yeah, if I go here, he just takes this too. Yeah, we gotta... So I was expecting pawn at e3 check. Oh, okay. I still don't have an immediate attack that I see. What would I like to do? He's going to go pawn here. I might just be able to step back. Then he goes takes, knight takes, pawn check. This is getting precarious, or continues to be precarious. But I don't think I want to take this because... Okay, we're out of time also. That's bad. So he might do this. Ooh. Wait, what? Well, I didn't see this, but... Wow, okay. Okay, I'm in trouble. Also, I'm out of time. This is bad. Okay. Alright, good job. You got me. Okay. Let's try something different. It's not good, but it's different. Here. Alright, I think this is okay now. I'm a little tangled up with my development. And this is kind of weak. He can sack if he wants. But he's not immediately crushing me, I don't think. Okay. Ooh. Spicy. But this knight can't... What? Alright. He's on some next level stuff. I don't know what's happening. Right. But come on, there's gotta be some way I can like pressure him or something. Like he can't, like if I take this, he can't take back because I just have mate. Like he's gonna go pawn here, I guess. But so I take, bishop here. Yeah. I don't want to take with the knight because then, knight check. And then next he's going to take this. So bishop here. It's sort of transposing, I guess. I really have I have nothing better. I can't defend this. I guess at least this way he's getting a pawn instead of a bishop. Okay, so king here, queen here, king here. So king here, knight takes. If king takes, then he only has one pawn. This might be fine. Could get a threefold. No, okay. Just kidding. Oh, I didn't see that he has pawn here check. That's like mate. That's like checkmate. That's not good. Okay. Wow. Nice. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about the opening because I don't understand the opening. I guess I'm gonna put a bishop here or here, and then I'm gonna castle. Those are the great thoughts passing through my cranial appendage. I think I do want to check just to accelerate a little bit, and if he moves his pawn up, that's probably bad because it disrupts his structure. All right, we've got this very symmetric game going so far. All right, not anymore. Is this good for it? Aren't we, this feels, I'm happy with my position at the moment. Like, this seems like a more annoying threat than, like, okay, so if he takes, if I take, he can take this, but then I get his queen, and then like rook takes. And how does he even defend this? Really? Is he gonna take my bishop? Oh, he can just take my queen. But he didn't. Wow. A lot of weird stuff happening. Weird, strange, sick, twisted, eerie, godless, evil stuff. And I want in. So I'm definitely getting nervous because of two knights in the opponent's hand and, yeah, king. What about bishop takes, queen takes, bishop here, something blocks, takes here. That's kind of funny. I could even go pawn here. Bishop takes. Whoa, excuse me, sir. Yep, that's a good move. This is devastating. Well, I think I'm kind of cooked. I mean, I can't. I'm getting hammered on all these light squares, and the knight's coming to h4. Jeez Louise. Okay, I think we go here, and then... Yeah. So, knight check. King comes here. Bishop check, king here. Knight check. Takes. Knight check. Here. Bishop. I don't... Okay. He's not immediately checkmating me? So can I just take that queen? I can't possibly get away with that. Alright, but we have to go. Time is ticking. I don't actually... Wait, oh, this mate? Oh, because the... Okay. Oops. I had all this pie in the sky going on. But the knight's covering g1. Whoops. Alright, let's get a nice game with increment for once. Okay. Mm-hmm. Does this make sense? I'm kind of just like getting this thing. Maybe my knight's out of position now? Okay. I don't think this is good for him because having that f7 square weak is just so dangerous. Like even if he castles, it's not good. I think I'm going to do this. And now this just becomes even weaker. I wonder if I should do knight check and then take this and then king takes here. That's really weird, but let's get the other knight first. And then we're going to have even more of an attack. So now we could bring in the rook or the queen or something. Mainly or something. I'm going to use the queen up here just so that the other rook has a chance of getting in. Okay. So I'm threatening like this. He can try taking this anyway. So I just want to trade this off. Just get rid of a defender. Oh, I could have... Okay, well I could have dropped a pawn there. Now that I have a bishop in hand, if he like pushes a bishop here, I can just drop a bishop on e6. And that's going to be pretty annoying. That's annoying. Okay, well... My whole plan was to go queen here, so I guess I have to do it. but now what? Well, now I'm just threatening knight here, check. Well, that doesn't stop my threat. Now do I go pawn here? I think I do go pawn there. We're safe back at home, so we have time to just get a really devastating attack. Yeah, so we're very close to mating. Oh, opponent resigned. Okay. Okay. Should probably analyze the games that I lost. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. I think this was a nice move. Bishop here. Oh yeah, that's the computer's favorite move. And the computer just goes back. This is fine too. Oh, I should have. That makes sense. Really? The computer moves this rook? Probably doesn't matter. Ooh, I didn't see that. Anyway. Let's go for one more round. Alright. Maybe no one's biting at the moment. Well, that was a fun hour of Crazyhouse chess. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, 2,600. That's impossible. Samurai Tonto. Okay. So we want to stop his knight from getting to these two squares. We're going to just have to sack this knight. That's not too bad. I go rook here so that I get a check. And we got to develop. Next bishop is coming here. Right. Okay, so he's got e6 coming. Now do I take this or do I run back? Thing is, if I run back, bishop's going to take here. So takes. I could take with the king and then run back. Uh-oh. This square is looking really weak. He's going to trade queens. Boy. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble. So like queen here, I would prefer to take with this rook, but then queen here is borderline checkmate. If I take this way, maybe it's okay. Like knight can come here, but so what? Rook can come over, but then I will just drop a pawn somewhere to defend. And coming up, I'm going to be just putting stuff in front of my king. Okay, yeah. So he's increasing the pressure. He's got a mate threat. He's got a threat to trade or to take with check on b7. I think we're going to go here. Basically, the reason is that getting pressure here, but that's a good move. That hurts. Do I have anything? Well, knight check. He cannot go here, so knight must take. What if I then drop a pawn here? Well, then you can just take with the bishop. The thing is, my bishop cannot move off of this diagonal whatsoever. Okay, I don't have a clever defense. I have to just do this. Oh. Oi, Gewalt and Schleifen, Dürfen. Yeah, we're thoroughly cooked. I mean, we're cooked. Cookity cooked. Queen here's mate. Yeah. Let's do something weird. What was the point of that? I think that was just bad. I think I just let him trade his bishop and got nothing from it. Okay, don't do that again. Okay, just threatening this. I might get a chance to just kick him. Kick that knight away. Is he going to go here? What? Oh, pawn here? Wow. But what if I do... No. No. Here? I mean, this is obviously terrible, but... Right, so do I go here, or do I have to go up? Oh, the queen is going to take my bishop. Oh, no. Okay, I think we're just basically dead, but... I don't think I can defend against all the mate threats. I think it might be straight up impossible. Okay, good job. What happens if you do this? It's probably bad because, these squares are going to be quite weak. And also my bishop is cut off. But gotta try something different. My plan is to just do this and then put my bishop on b7. This square is really vulnerable. I could sack, knight here, knight takes, bishop takes. Maybe I will do that. He might not even take. And now this bishop kind of is alive, and I'm hopefully clearing this up. If he does take this knight, I'm clearing up the e5 pawn, which at least temporarily makes f6 not be such a huge hole in my position. Wow, okay, he didn't take it. I mean, I'm tempted to trade because I always trade, but then the queen comes here and he's got a knight in hand. I think we do this. Oh, if we do this, then knight takes bishop. But okay, knight takes, queen here. What if bishop takes? So he has a knight in hand. Knight here. Knight takes, bishop takes, and the queen defends. So why can't I do that? All right, let's do it. I mean, this bishop is very important for my defense. Otherwise, he's getting in here. But right now, I have this bishop, so no problemo. Uh-huh. I could try, let's see, bishop takes knight, and then bishop takes queen. But then bishop takes queen. Why do I need to do bishop takes knight even? I don't think I do. Oh God, I should have done it because now, okay, knight takes. Ugh, he's got knight takes. And then I take, and then queen takes bishop. Yeah. It's not a total disaster. I think we're doing... Oh, whoops. Okay. My bishop left this diagonal. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Let's see. Takes. Okay. I maybe should have dropped a bishop, but the reason I used the bishop on the board is that I really want to put a bishop on c6. Attack the queen and put a bunch of pressure down this main diagonal right at his king. Right at this very important defensive pawn on g2. I'm surprised he hasn't just taken. I mean, what else is he even looking at? Is he looking at a sack here? Like queen takes rook here? That might be what he's looking at. No. Okay. I don't... Okay. Oh, I messed this up. I should just put the pawn there in the first place. Doesn't really matter. I think he maybe should have done that thing. Okay, so he's threatening rook here, which I have to defend against. He can take, and then knight here. Or a pawn there, okay. I don't have a heavy in hand, so I can't really attack properly. Shoot. Okay, let's go bishop here. This is kind of crazy, but we might be okay. So knight here. He doesn't have a ton in his hand. Like if he had more knights or something, he might be able to get me, but if he drops a queen, okay, the problem is I think he's just gonna sack on d8, and that's gonna be really annoying. I don't know how to respond to that. Oh, he didn't. Okay. Wow, what? Okay. I'm surprised by the things that are happening. Okay. Let's see, there. Do I need to preserve this pawn? Ah, okay. Oh boy. I really just need one move, and then I can drop some stuff. What? Oh no. Wait. That's quite a decision that he's made. Can't I defend? I'm just trying to stop his. Oh, wow. Okay, he got me. I think almost. I think we have to do queen there. No, that's uneven. Okay, man. Let's see if we had any chance. What does this mean? 10. Toyota? Aunt. What? Alright. That was a fun game, even if we lost. Do we ever have any chance? Let's see. Now, I thought we were doing alright. Smart Tate good end. What? So here I thought I should have gone bishop takes in order to prevent the thing he did. Yeah, the computer thinks bishop takes is solid. So bishop takes. Well, I thought queen takes for some reason. Knight here? What? I mean, I would have just taken this. And that's bad. Oh. That's why we don't let me drive. Okay, knight takes. Is this really so bad? Yeah, I mean, that's bad. So here I could have just put a point. Wow, the computer wants me to put a bishop on c6 here. Because, like, I'm getting an extra. I mean, what's the point? So bishop takes. And he can. Yeah, so what's happening is that the combination of this diagonal. Actually, even without this diagonal. Alright, if you have this diagonal, we're totally just easily threatening mate because knight in hand at h3 check. And now the classic smothered mate in Crazyhouse is if knight comes to h3 check, if king goes to h1, then the queen will get dropped from the hand onto g2 check. The king cannot take because the knight is defending the queen. And so the rook takes. So you have the king on h1, the rook on g1, and these pawns, and the knight here on h3, and the knight just takes on f2, and it's checkmate, smothered mate. So that's why you cannot go king to h1 if someone drops a knight to h3 with check. However, in this position, if you have a bishop shooting down this long diagonal, you also can't take, because if knight here, pawn takes, then queen comes to g2 or h1, and that is also checkmate. And those are the only two options. some threatening mate in 2 or 3. Even without the bishop here, just the fact that the queen is gone now and is in my hand. The queen is no longer defending these squares on the king's side, and I have a queen in hand, and I have 2 knights in hand. So probably I would, even without this bishop, it would be mate because I'll just play something random, like if it's my move, I'm going to go knight check. The king cannot go here, because if king here, we go queen check, rook takes, knight takes mate. And we're going to go check here, knight check, king comes over. The computer's saying it's not mate, so I guess I'm wrong. But this is the normal pattern. Oh, the bishop is defending this. That's cute. Well, if the bishop weren't defending this, you can see like the king cannot go back because queen at g2 is mate. And if the king comes up, the king is extremely exposed, and we're going to start our attack. So you could see things like queen here, pawn here, and if the bishop weren't here, then well, maybe it's not mate, but in other positions it's mate. If everything were different, then the outcome would be different. Yeah, here's where I thought he should take. And then if I take, he's got rook here. Can he not just take this? No. Okay, but he has some other clever thing. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, I see. That's some next level stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. So the computer is doing. The computer wants to just win this queen, but the issue is if the computer just takes, then we have this checkmate, right? With the smothered mate. However, if we go bishop check and then I block, now we can take the queen. What's the difference? The difference is that if we go knight check, now the king can come here, and if I try to do the smothered mate, and then we take here, the bishop is defending that square. That's cute. So the computer is like defending f2 in order to make the king not be mated on the spot, and that allows the computer to take the queen. Anyway, so what do we have? I'm just wondering if I had any missed opportunities. So here the computer thinks it's still bad. Really? Pawn here is like a disaster? I mean, I guess the point is that opening this up for the knight is just so bad, or the pawn. And instead, I mean, I have to somehow defend rook at f8, checkmate. I guess the computer is suggesting bishop here, and then if takes, we just take. Yeah. And then if bishop here, why couldn't I just... What if I had just gone pawn here? I mean, it's a bit sad to not be getting a tempo on the bishop, but... Well, I guess I could take, right. Alright, I don't know. Well, that was a fun game. Fun day playing Crazyhouse. I don't know how much I'll stream, But take care.